Hey Keto Rock Stars, Rockin' Coach Amy. And today it's a beautiful day out, as you can see. A little windy, so I hope you guys can hear me okay. And I have decided it's about 61 degrees out right now, maybe a little chillier with the wind. But I've decided to do a little bit of a walk and talk with you guys. Some things that have been going on with me. I've been dealing with what I think a thyroid issue that is getting better on a carnivore diet, eating only meat, eggs, some cheese. I'm trying to really watch the cheese that I intake, but my last TSH test was in range, and that was TSH. Free T3, free T4. I don't think they did reverse T3 and T4. And the two markers for Hashi's came back in range, negative. So I do not have Hashimoto's, thank goodness. Tomorrow I go back and follow up with the doctor to see what it's actually the PA, to see what she says about the next plan of action. I did not go on Synthroid. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because my last test was in range. Now that the sun is shining, I really want to focus on stress and movement, right? Stress and movement. And I have not been getting movement since really last August, when I did the 10,000 steps per day. Which reminds me, I forgot to start my Apple Watch, but that's okay. So I'm focusing on getting more steps in, and also I did get a new stationary bike for my birthday. Last time, there's the dogs. Last time I did this walk and talk, I nearly got attacked by a dog. Now I'm just walking around my neighborhood here, so hopefully, everything's good to go. And I actually have not walked outside since the dog almost attacked me. I really hope you guys can hear me. It's extremely windy out here. But the sun feels amazing. The sun feels amazing on my skin. I have my glasses on, which are photochromatic, but in order to walk appropriately, I need to be able to see where I'm going. So yes, I do have photochromatic glasses on, so please don't judge me for that, but they are bifocals and I need to be able to see where I'm going. So there's that. One thing that's happening in our lives, and I don't really like to share other stories, but my husband's been going through some health issues. He had a cyst removed on his head that had been there for 10 years. And our previous doctor said it was nothing, it was fine. And it had been bothering him and looking infected. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of rocks here. I wonder what happened. So I gotta watch where I'm going so I don't roll an ankle. He got that tested and there was infection in it, so they put him on an antibiotic, right? And that antibiotic caused a whole bunch of other issues. And so then they put him on an antibiotic for the other issues. And now he is broken out in a rash. And this is important to me because literally last night I was laying in bed. He couldn't even sleep in bed last night. He was in so much pain. I was laying in bed and I'm like, if only he would eat carnivore and only eat meat and eggs, right? He still likes his occasional salad. Actually, he likes his salad every day, not just an occasional salad. And tonight, something amazing happened. He came to me and he said, I don't want a salad tonight. Just fill my plate with chicken. Just fill my plate with chicken, because that's what we have for dinner tonight for him, is chicken. He's like, just fill my plate with chicken and nothing else. I'm like, do you want me to scramble you some eggs? He's like, no, I just want chicken. So I said to him, I said, look, how would you think about, or how would you feel about maybe like 30 days just doing carnivore? Just doing only eating meat and eggs and maybe some dairy. And he turned to me and he said, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I really think that's what I'm going to have to do. His reaction to these antibiotics are so bad, he has sores in his mouth. So his mouth is bleeding. The bottom of his feet are bleeding. And he has a very physical job. And it's very hard to watch someone you love going through so much pain. Especially when you're taking something to treat the original condition and it's causing like other conditions, right? So hopefully you're not mad at me, Dennis, if you watch this. I love you and I care about you and I just want you to feel better. And I will do everything in my power, feeding both of us, to keep us both as healthy as possible. So there's that. That's one thing that's going on in my house. I haven't stepped on the scale since before we went to California on our vacation. Honestly, there's been so much going on in my life with the coaching classes and new doctor, thyroid, maybe not. I do feel like there was a thyroid issue though, because I had that severe exhaustion. I'm feeling better now. Had the severe exhaustion, right? But since going carnivore, that has lifted to some degree. The other thing I'm still experiencing, and sorry if this is a little bit TMI, but I had like this weird excessive sweating, right? For no reason. Like, I never used to sweat a lot. And it's not just sweating from movement. It's sweating just sitting there doing my job, or sweating when I'm singing. Weird sweating. So that's what makes me think that there's still a little bit of something going on with my thyroid. Because that would be a good indication. That would be a symptom of that. Even if the tests don't show it. I have a decision to make if they still want to put me on thyroid medication, because honestly, my biggest complaint was being severely exhausted, and I am feeling better from that. So we'll see, right? We'll see what happens there. This is the first time I walked. I'm not too out of breath. Each time around the block is a half a mile. So I'm not sure how far I'm going to walk today. I'm going to at least shoot for a mile and then go from there. We live in a no-through street, so I really like walking around the block. Sometime I'm going to take you guys down to the river walk here in Mishawaka. It's beautiful. The river's there, the St. Joe River, runs through South Bend, Mishawaka, Elkhart. I don't really like to go places alone too much. That's because of some trauma that I experienced over 25 years ago. I do have my mace with me, more because of the dog incident than anything. Now, a lot of the people that live in this area, I grew up in this neighborhood. My parents live next door, right? So a lot of people, not a lot, but there are still some neighbors that I had growing up that still live here. So that's nice. And my parents live next door. Friends that I grew up with still live in the neighborhood. So it's really kind of a cool thing, you know? Got some kids approaching me on bikes. Hi. Some good old kids. I love to see kids out riding their bikes, playing outside like we used to do. You know, as an 80s kid, we used to play outside all the time. And now a lot of the kids seem to be indoors on their gaming systems. I mean, we had some of that in the 80s and 90s too, right? But it always makes me feel really good to see kids outside playing, riding their bikes, getting sun on their face, getting exercise, getting movement, right? That's what we should be doing as kids and adults, in my opinion. Oh, I got my neighbor out here with his grill. That smells amazing. Like I said, the winter's over, folks. Hi, how you doing? That's my neighbor's kids yelling at me through the window. I love living in this neighborhood. I mean, it's not like the Taj Mahal or anything, but it's like everybody knows your name kind of thing, like Cheers, right? How fun. Feels a little weird to be filming myself walking around the block, but you know, I want you guys to be inspired to get movement in. And as a health coach, if I'm gonna talk the talk, I gotta walk the walk, right? Literally, pardon the pun, walk the walk. So hopefully my neighbors get used to me walking around the block with a camera in my hand, because it's a little counterintuitive for me. I'm a little embarrassed about it, but it's okay. I know a lot of people do that, right? I know Thomas has done it. Barbara does it every day. Well, she was doing it every day, but the weather's crap, right? So hopefully she gets back to her walk and talks. Honestly, normally when I go out walking, when walking on my treadmill, I'm listening to somebody else's live stream. So I want to start filming some videos, talking to all my supporters about what's on my mind while getting exercise, right? Look at how pretty the sky is. Can you guys see that? Again, it's about 60 degrees out, still a little chilly, but out here getting some movement in. I may do a mile and a half. I don't want to overdo it. I haven't been moving. So I'm filming this on Sunday. If you're watching this, I'm filming it on Sunday. Sunday night is my live stream with Rick. And that is Twin Brook Acres Rick, who has a very motivating and compelling story. I hope you can hear me. Not sure what the wind is doing. It's very windy. Oh, I have my new hat on too. Notre Dame alumni. Susan and Andy were in town, and I took them to the Notre Dame bookstore. Of course, it was on my birthday, and I couldn't but help myself getting myself a birthday gift. You like it? Oh. I'm not walking too fast, but I'm walking briskly. Oh, these rocks. I wonder if I can show you these. Hold on. Can I turn my camera around? Does it let me turn my camera around? Hold on. I'll have to get used to doing that. I know my neighbors think I'm weird. Oh well. Hold on, I gotta look where I'm walking, because there's just, I don't know if you guys can see this. See all these rocks? Like, and I'm a trip hazard. So I really gotta be careful and watch where I walk. So it's Sunday. You probably won't see this maybe till Monday sometime, just because I'm filming this. And so Thursday I have a live stream at 11:30 over my lunch hour. And I'm gonna do another walk and talk, but it's gonna be on my treadmill. That way I can bring my computer all the way down to the Four Seasons room, set it up for the live stream while I'm working, and then go from there. Yeah, so that's what's happening Thursday. I also have some things in the works for recipes, for some recipe videos. I bought some things at the grocery store. These are stretch assignments for me because one of the things, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, you're going to have to stay tuned. One of the things was really gross for me to buy, but everyone I've talked to said it is so amazing. Even my husband, who is very picky about what he eats, said this thing was amazing. I've just not been able to bring myself to buy it at the store. Plus, it's not really cheap. So if it turns out to be gross, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that, spending $9.99 a pound for meat that's gross or doesn't turn out. So I'm going to do a little research. So I bought 2 things to experiment with, and then the third thing, I'll tell you what this is. My husband's coworker said, "Hey, will you guys eat beef heart?" And I'm like, "Bring it home, dude. I've never had beef heart, but we're gonna." So I have a beef heart, so I'm gonna have to research on how to prepare that. If you have any suggestions, drop it in the comments. Otherwise, I may throw it in the smoker and smoke it like everything else, but I don't know if beef heart is good smoked. I'll have to do some research on that one. So we were gifted a beef heart. Plan on eating that. I've never had that before. I've had liver, beef liver, but not beef heart. Sweet, is this my second time around? Oh my gosh, I need a lap counter. I think this is my second time. So I think I've done a mile in about 17 minutes, which isn't great. But you know what? Movement is movement, and there's sunshine out here. So there's that. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm gonna try to work on some things. So obviously movement is one. I'm gonna try to get my sunshine 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the late afternoon to help with the circadian rhythm, right? I'm gonna try to get movement 3 to 4 times a week, even if it's just going for a walk, or if it's raining, getting on my treadmill. And as soon as my husband feels better, we're gonna finish setting up my stationary bike. And I've been struggling late at night. I'm hungry all the time still. I'm still hungry all the time. I'm gaining weight. I'm not sure if I'm healing from something. I'm not freaking out so much about the weight. But the being hungry all the time is, I don't know. Last night, I think I finally felt full for the first time. I ate a ribeye. I ate a hamburger patty, 4 eggs, 4 pieces of bacon, and butter on all that. So if someone's asking me if I'm eating enough, I mean, the ribeye was probably at least 12 ounces, a hamburger patty, 4 eggs, 4 pieces of bacon, all in one sitting. But then guess what? I ate all that, and a couple hours later, I was hungry again. So I think what I need to do, I was hungry before I started this walk. Now that I'm walking, I'm not hungry. Instead of snacking late at night when I'm trying to work at my computer on things, maybe get up, get on the treadmill for 10 minutes, go for a walk, drink some salt water, some water with some salt or electrolytes in it, right? And then go to bed. My problem is I have so much stuff to work on for the coaching business. I have a day job, I sing in 2 choirs, that I really can't go to bed when I need to. I need to keep moving and keep getting things done, and when I find myself feeling overwhelmed, like I still have so much on my plate and the time has ran out for the day, that's when I notice myself feeling hungry. I also still feel hungry immediately after a meal during the day. So instead of reaching for a second meal or a snack or a third meal, I think I just need to, if I can't go to bed, find a way to get more movement in. I think I'm going to do one more lap. That will be 1.5 miles. And since this is the first time I've really gotten any movement in, I really don't want to overdo it. Plus, I have to get inside and get set up for my live stream, reach out to my guests, make sure that he has the link for the live stream tonight. Such a beautiful day though, really. I need to do more of this. One more lap, so that'll be 1.5 miles, which isn't very much, but for someone who's been cooped up all winter, I think it's a good start. I remember back in the days when I had my hip surgeries and my goal was 1 mile. I couldn't even walk 1 mile, right? So I count this as a blessing that here I haven't moved in like 6 months and I can get out and I'm hardly out of breath. I thought I would be out of breath more. Now again, I'm not pushing the pace that hard, but oh, something smells really good. I don't know what that guy's cooking over there, but he's got the grill going and it smells amazing. So anyway, what I was saying was I think that this is just a blessing that I can just get out here after 6 months of no exercise and walk 1.5 miles, not being out of breath, and hopefully without pain. We'll find out. I have been noticing that my joints have been hurting a little bit more this week, but we did go to the meetup at Smokin' Fatties in Elkhart last Monday, and I suspect there was some things on the meat maybe that is making my joints hurt, because I am very, very sensitive to the slightest thing. I had a 1/2 pound of brisket and a 1/2 pound of pork belly, and I could taste something, a glaze or something on the pork belly. But, you know, every once in a while, I don't think it's a bad thing. Hear the sirens. I don't know if you guys can hear those. So that's what's going on today. I got the live stream tonight, live stream Thursday. And I'm going to be trying to film more videos, whether they're walk and talks or cooking videos for my viewers. So thanks for coming along with me. You got sirens and barking dogs. And tomorrow it's back to work. Work has been really busy, my day job. I don't really talk about that very much on social media. But yes, I do have a day job. And then I have the channel and now the coaching business. And there's another doggy. Sorry, I might have to get a different selfie stick than this one. This one, the camera seems to move a lot on it. I hope you guys all get inspired to start moving more. I plan on having some functional exercise videos. Now, these videos will be designed for people more like me who have had maybe some orthopedic issues. I have a very weak left leg. If you want someone who's a little more intense, I would probably recommend Coach Juliet. She is a personal trainer. Mine is going to be more of documenting functional exercises to build up my strength. Because after all, I am 50 years old, right? And as a woman, I need to build up strength to keep my bones strong and keep moving. But I have noticed that my left leg and hip are considerably weakened. That's the one that I've had 3 surgeries on, and it's always been a problem for me. So I'm going to be working on my own strength plan, my own exercise regimen, and I'm hoping to share that all with you in the future videos. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to those rocks. This is my 3rd time around, folks, which is will make 1.5 miles. And then I think that's going to be it for the day. I'm going to go inside and work on things I need to do inside. Plus, I still am a little embarrassed walking out here with the camera. It's not like me. I'm not shy or anything. It feels a little strange to be holding a camera up and walking around. Hope I'm not making you guys dizzy either. That's why I'm using a selfie stick. Almost on the home stretch here. So that's pretty much what's going on with my channel. Sunday night live streams, Thursday live streams, and cooking shows, cooking videos, functional exercises. A lot of dogs in the neighborhood. I'm not scared of dogs, but my husband was bit by a dog about 5 years ago, and I love animals, even dogs. I hesitate to mention this because I think these dogs already get a bad name, but this particular one, it was a pit bull, and the damage, he was bit in the hand, and the dog was friendly, he was petting it, and then I think the dog had been abused by a previous owner, and something snapped in the dog, and he bit him, and it resulted in like $2,000 worth of medical bills and surgery from a hand surgeon. And then the owner of the dog passed away. I don't even know if he was age 30 yet or not, but he had type 1 diabetes that was uncontrolled, so he died. And I'm not saying that I would have sued him, but as a pet owner, you're responsible if your pet does damage to another human being. It's kind of ironic in the space that we're in that someone so young died from type 1 diabetes. Kind of sad, actually, if you ask me. No one should have that happen to them. And this was a co-worker of my husband, so he knew him. Kind of sad. Oh, I'm almost home, guys. Thank you for walking with me today and getting some fresh air. Or at least walking through the screen while I'm getting the fresh air. It feels so good. I definitely need to get more sun and more vitamin D. We've had almost 90 inches of snow since October. And it's time to be done with that. And it's time to get outside and get fresh air and get movement, right? Yes. Yes, yes. So post in the comments if you got fresh air today. Post in the comments if you have a plan to get more movement, right? Post in the comments if you're getting your sunshine in the morning and in the afternoon for 10 minutes a day, right? Because I think it's important. I think it's important to get out and get your fresh air and your sun and your movement. Could I have gotten on my treadmill today? Yes. It would have been much easier to film this on my treadmill than coming outside where people can see me talking into this device, which again is embarrassing for me. But I can do it in my office and in my home, so you know what? I can do it out here too. Maybe people think I'm just talking on my phone. I hope so. Maybe I'll start doing this more throughout the week at my lunch hour or right after work, right? Oh, my brother's still at my parents' house. I was kind of worried about that too. My brother's at my parents' house, and I know if he left, he would honk the horn at me because I told him I was going to do this. But I got to get over that uncomfortableness, I guess, right? I'm walking in the middle of the street right now, so I got to pay attention if cars are coming. The wind is blowing my camera around. Anyway, guys, I'm almost home. Thank you again for going on this walk with me. And there's going to be more where this came from, I hope. Hope to take you guys down on the river walk, show you how beautiful it is down there. And I got 1.5 miles today, just in this little walk and talk. It's a start, right? All right, keto rock stars. We will catch you later in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.